So I've got my first color printed, it's here, and if I was only printing one run through the press, this would be enough. I could just stop now, put this under the weight over here, and under the paper drying weight, and then I could move on. But since I've got 2 layers, I'm printing 2 things in registration, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put my second plate down on my registration matrix. So I know that this plate it's going to line up exactly where the first plate was at, and then I'm able to make sure that my paper goes down in the right spot. So this is the place where it gets a little bit tricky. I've got my arrow marking where up is. And then I just need to line up these crosshairs, and it can be a little bit tricky with a monotype layer like this one because we have so much ink on there. But I'm going to go ahead and make sure all 4 of my registration crosshair matrix spots line up correctly, and they do. So they're all lined up the way they're supposed to. Very carefully now I'm going to put this down. I'm going to put my second piece of newsprint over the top of it. And again, if I have a lot of juicy stuff, I might use 3 pieces of newsprint here. I'm going to roll my felts back on where they go, make sure they're not wrinkled in any way. I'm going to go ahead and, try and smooth these out a little bit better. And I'll run it through the press, back the other direction, and we'll see what it looks like when we combine 2. Okay, so I have my I've run my print through twice now, so I've got all of my my layers have been printed on this piece of paper. So I can go ahead and flip these felts back up over the top of the felt sort of hanger thing there, and then put this one up there as well. Then real carefully, I'm just going to take the newsprint off, and we'll see what happens when we've got the 2 things printed together. If you look real carefully, all 4 of my crosshairs that I put on here are lined up the way they're supposed to be. So I know that it stayed in register as it went through. So with any luck, when I pull this off, these 2 things are going to be lined up on top of each other. So now I've got, 2 layers printed on top of each other. I have my black layer that you can't see it super well in this with these 2 kinds of ink, but I've got my additive layer that says, hi mom correctly and hi mom backwards. And then I have a bunch of lines and some stamping and different things that all came through there. So now all I have to do is clean my plates, and I'll be, I can go ahead and take another run at it. If I want, I can use the same plate and just keep running it through the press a whole bunch of times until it all turns out just the way that I want it to. So there's no real end to the varieties of ways you can do monotype. It's a very simple process. It just takes practice and time to master it.